And there's the work out here. There's the work you had to put in to receive or to attain such things. All right, to be called an elect. You know, to be called a man of God, you have to put in that work. You know, you're not going to just lie down all day and scratch your balls and you're going to receive favor. All right, it don't work that way. Go ahead.
I'll read it again. It says, 2 Peter 3 verse 14, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things.
And you realize you use the word beloved. Anytime you see the word beloved being used, the Most High is speaking about his elect. Alright, it's the elect that's speaking of. Because the elect is the beloved. The Most High don't love everybody. Alright?
Right.
Just so you wake up in the morning and saying, God love me. Who tell you God love you? Alright, the love that the Most High, alright, is the elect. The elect of Israel. Because 2/3 of the children of Israel is hated by the Most High. Alright, he hated sinners. Scripture say that. And 2/3 of our people right now in that state of sin. As the brothers was reading Daniel 9. All Israel have transgressed thy laws. Alright? And the nation, and the 2/3 of the nation, they ain't repenting. This place are repentant open and they ain't coming to it. So what, the Most High not gonna show them love? Somebody could get the book of Proverbs chapter 8 verse 17. Because people feel the Most High love is like Thanksgiving goodies. Free for all, for everybody. Come and receive. The Most High love, you have to earn it. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 8 and 17. I love them that love me.
He love what?
I love them that love me.
The Most High loves them that love him. Straight and to the point. And to love the Most High is an action, is not talking thing.
That's right.
1 John 3 and 18, Bible question, somebody can get that real quick. Can.
This is Romans chapter 8 and 30. It says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified.
He justified them. Despite the sin, you know, despite the went off, which he caused them to go off, because we are programmed, we are puppets, he's the puppeteer, the one true only puppeteer, alright? He justified them. You understand? And he caused them to sin to humble us. The source is not by our vain works. You understand? But it's through his mercy that we existed. That's the lesson he taught us. That's why he said he concluded all under sin that he might gain all. He broke down that middle wall of perdition, which is the law. Pharisees was gunning behind that. The law, the law, the law, the law. So he concluded everybody under sin. And then that whole bacchanal. Alright? Go ahead.
It says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified.
Yeah, let me justify. If you don't know what that word means, meaning that they're right in his eyesight, they're right. You know, nobody can hold nothing against them. They're justified. They're free from the criticism of men. You understand? He justified them. Alright? And that's the elect. It's all about the elect. And the elect, in return, is showing that love to the Father right now. Alright? By doing his will.
That's right.
So that's what love is. Doing the will of the Most High.
1
John 3:18.
This is 1 John 3 verse 18. It says, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue.
Yeah, you hear the word used, or the term used, little children. Alright, and the Lord's little children is the elect. Because when Yahweh Shai said, if you hurt any one of these, what? Little ones. And that is the Lord's little ones, the elect. His little children, the ones that he hold dear to him, the ones that he's nurturing right now. Alright, so he's speaking to you, the elect. Alright, because that's who we speak to. We the prophets out here, we ain't out there for no nigga that want to continue to smoke, continue to have sex with the neighbor wife, continue to commit abominable acts. We out here for the elect. As the Apostle Paul says. Alright? We suffer all things for the elect's sake. So we don't care if you walk by and you ain't believe.
That's right.
Alright, we don't care if you're sitting down in a vehicle and you're stooping. Alright, we out here for the elect. And the elect will hear this word, they will gravitate it, and they will be saved. Alright, you can't stop that from happening. That's what about to happen.
That's right, that's right.
Reading on. It says, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Indeed. Indeed and in truth. in your deeds, your works. You understand? The way you portray yourself, the way you carry about yourself. That's how you're showing him Most High that you love him. Alright? That's how you're showing him Most High also that you fear him. Because you had to fear the Most High. If you don't fear the Most High will make you fear him by force.
That's right.
Alright? There's a time coming where you are going to be in great fear and trouble. Martial law, Jacob's trouble. Like for all who want to respect God. Like for all who think they pitch marbles with God. Jacob's trouble and martial law.
Can.
You understand? Scripture said they will cry bitterly. You understand? They will weep. There will be lamentations. There will be mournings. There will be woes. Somebody get the book of Isaiah chapter 13. And start at verse 6.
You better hear what that, Selak. You better hear what that 2 precepts on the common body. Ecclesiasticus chapter 7 verse 10. And the elect shall praise the holy name. Right? Besides this, he gave them the knowledge and the law of the life of an heritage. And the next one is Ecclesiasticus 17 verse 12. He made an everlasting covenant with them and showed them his judgments.
Right, he made an everlasting covenant with the elect, alright, of the nation of Israel, agreement with them. Alright, the whole nation. But it starts with the elect, the first fruits of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. These are the ones that opened the womb. Alright, these are the ones that was there in the beginning with Yahushai doing all the work, creating, finishing off the creation. Alright, so he make a covenant with them, an agreement where he married unto them. You know, these are the ones that's going to be presented as chaste virgins unto him. Alright, go ahead.
Alright, this is Ecclesiasticus 1 and verse 14. It says, to fear Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
Yes, so it's only fools don't fear God. Alright, because the fear the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. You know, I mean, you proud bitches out there, you don't fear nothing. You don't fear the Most High. They can run to the police. They can bring a next man in your man's house and then run to the police if you try to do anything. You understand? You can run to the government for help. So you don't need to fear God because you have the government, you have peace on your side. But the Most High say he's going to make you women weep. He's going to make you lament. He said prepare, train your daughters from now. Alright? To weep, to groan. Because that's what coming. You know the thing, I don't know carnival in them times. Then I'm gonna Juve in them time. Alright, it's only bitterness,
That's
happiness.
Right. That's right.
But right now you're all in a state of mirth. Well,
this is Isaiah 13 verse 9. Behold,
that's 6.
alright. Isaiah 13 verse 6. Howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Well,
therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
You shall melt, the heart is going to melt. You understand? They're going to get bugged out, they're going to get weak in the mind. That's what's going to happen to you so-called strong men. That's what's going to happen to you so-called independent women. Your mind going to get weak, you're going to shrivel down. As the term that is used in Jamaica. Alright? You ain't going to know what to do, you ain't going to know who to turn to, who to depend on. Because of your pride. Alright, they didn't want to serve the Most High. Go ahead.
Reading on, it says, and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them.
Yes, so if you're afraid now, by us speaking, by us pleading, because there's the first pleading of the Lord here. The first pleading of the Lord is to his prophet. Before he sent a destruction, he has always sent the prophets.
Right.
But then he said, a time coming when you're going to plead with them, alright, through his wrath. Alright, you're going to plead with them through them ICBM missiles.
That's right.
Alright? So if you don't want to hear this warning, if you don't want to be afraid now, if you don't want to see the Lord as your terror and your dread now, most definitely in that time to come, alright, you're going to be afraid and your dread. But just that time, how it's going to be different, in the sense that in that time, it have no repentance. In that time, it have no cloak for sins. In that time, it's to just execute. You're going to send them angels, them death angels, to do the thing. You're going to let them release the 4 winds. Alright?
Amos 3 verse 6. It says, shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Yeah, because a trumpet was used to summon an alarm. Alright? And when that alarm being sung is either war or danger coming. So when that trumpet blow, the people used to be afraid. You know? Go ahead.
Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord hath not done it?
Yeah, evil in us. The Lord is the one that do it. Rhetorical questions. You understand? Once it have evil, is the Lord bringing that evil.
That's right.
You understand? Back then, I want to believe it's like that 2013, around your 2010, with them pit bulls. With them pit bulls. Alright, was attacking you Jakes out here, you people out here, in a great number. Every night you hear on the news, another pit bull attack. You know, and that came from the Most High. The Most High was giving you all a preview of what is to come. Because he promised that the teeth of wild beasts is going to take you all. You understand? In that time of martial law, in that time of Jacob's trouble, in that time of famine, in that time when you are going to try to intrude on other people's premises to thief their food, you're going to bunch up pit bulls. And then pit bulls is going to be moving under the vibration of the Most High.
That's right, that's
Spirits created for vengeance that's going to lay on sore strokes.
Done.
And it's going to be too late to call on Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai. So that's why the scripture says, seek him while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. You see the prophets out here come up and learn how to be a woman. Come up and learn how to be a man. Come up and learn how to serve the Most High. That is very important. Go ahead.
Alright, this is 2nd Ezra 16 verse 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh.
They draw nigh. We in that time right now it's at the windows. Alright? A pale horse. It's right there coming. You understand? It's galloping. Coming speedily. The plagues draw nigh. And I'm not what?
And I'm not slack.
And I'm not slack. Alright, it's going and happen. You people going and go through the stress.
That's right.
Done. You know? And a slack person, you know, when they're doing something, they doesn't really do it to the fullest. So they just slack. You know? Or like a screw like it's slack, it's not tight. You know, so it's shaky. But them plagues ain't coming shaky. Them plagues come in and do what it had to do. You understand? Them plagues come in and accomplish what it had to accomplish. Right? Which is the wrath of the Most High Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai. The Most High want to hear you two-thirds beg. He want to hear you all beg. He want to hear you all cry. Because why? When he offered you all peace, when he offered you all a chance to receive gladness and rest, you all didn't want it. You all wanted the temporal relief or the temporal glory of this world, which is going to be diminished. The fashion of this world passeth away. The scripture say that. You understand? And that's all you all could see. You're all short-sighted. That's the thing with you, Jakes. You're short-sighted. All you could see is your career in the next 5 or 2, 3 years. That's all you could see. The next job promotion. You understand? Your baby that is on the way. What school they're going to go to, what college you will like it. That's all you could see. Alright? You people don't believe that this place is going to end. Alright? This hellhole. We're drinking water with fluoride in it. We're that chemtrails in here we're breathing in. We all don't believe that this shit going to end. We're all comfortable in this. But the really prophets, the hopeful elect, alright, we out here sighing and crying.
That's right.
But the Most High anointed our eyes with that eye salve. To see that this is not a place of rest.
That's right, that's right.
Reading on, it says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month.
In the 9th month, she time comes. Like I said, she can't stop that. Is the 9th month? That's something ordained to happen in that 9th month of a woman's pregnancy. They can't stop it. And that's what happened with them plagues. Alright, when that 9th month reach, they can't stop that. And they come in with real pain. They come in with real agony. They come in with real screaming, real torture. Alright, go ahead.
Reading on, it says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth a son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
Great pains compass her womb. Alright, and I think they say that is the greatest pain it's about. Labor pain. Kind of thing dreader than, no pain dreader than labor pain out here. So let's imagine the scriptures and all using it as a reference to the time that coming. Great pain. You understand? And it's also that time of labor also, or that time of pregnancy is a blessing for us. You understand? Somebody gets in the book of John 16. John 16 and verse 20. Habakkuk. Come on? Right.
We don't know what it says. Which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
On every side. You understand? Everybody going and feel it. No matter where you turn, no matter where you go. You can leave Trinidad like how these Venezuelans leave in Venezuela and come into here to survive. In that time to come, you can leave Trinidad and go wherever you want. Them players going to be right there, waiting on you. And the scripture said was as though a man, was pursued of a lion. He left the land and he met a bear. Then he went into a house, hung his hand up on a wall, and a snake bit him.
God.
No escape from them plagues to come. You understand? But the elect is going to escape. If they say he shall be saved out of it. Alright, and that he is the elect. The elect is going to be comfortable in that time. While the world weeping and lamenting, we're going to rejoice. Because right now, we're the ones lamenting. We're the ones going through that difficult. Right now, we're in the house of mourning, which is the safe house. Scripture refers to that house as a safe house. It's better to be in that house. Exactly. I preach in John 16. Go ahead.
John 16 and 20. Verily, verily, I say unto you,
Truly, truly, he said unto you, go ahead.
that he shall weep, he shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice.
And this is something to weep about. Our people around us, in the great multitude, they don't know themselves. Majority of them is vagrants. That's something to weep about. Not because you might have a Hilux, you might have a nice house, you might have a nice job, you ain't had a weep. You had a weep. Because when you watch the people, even though you making it as a so-called black, you might have a contract. You understand? You're playing ball or you're doing whatever. You're working for Esau. So you eating nice. But when you look at the people, you're supposed to weep about that.
God.
Because them and all weeping. They're weeping, so you have to weep with your people. You have to hope for your people to come out of that position.
God.
So the scripture said, truly, truly, we shall weep and lament. But what?
But the world shall rejoice, and he shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy.
Let me sorrow go and be turned into joy. Lord bringing in that balance. After that sorrow, He's going to give us joy. That balance. Joy coming in the morning. You understand?
That's right.
We in this to be destroyed. Alright, this is a learning lesson for us. After your father beat you, while your father beating you, just cry. After you finish beating you, stop crying, might carry you for ice cream, something. You bring in that joy to show you that balance. And that is our Heavenly Father do it. Right, go ahead.
21 it says, a woman, when she is in travail, hath sorrow, because her hour is come.
Her hour is come, go ahead.
But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembered no more.
Yeah, and right now we in labor pain right now. We going through it. You understand? Right now we the ones, our hour is come. So-called blacks, Latinos and Native American Indians, our hour is come. See what's going on over there in Venezuela and Haiti and Cuba and all these different places. Alright? The Cuban refugees are to come over here because over there they tough, they can't, any civilian over there, they can't establish no sort of businesses. The president alone must make all the money. If you have more than one business, or you walk in the street with a big bag, get this person from a Cuban. He said the police coming and check you. Where's that you had it? Where's that you carrying about? You understand? Because that's the position we're in right now. We're in slavery. And them slave masters don't want to have nothing of our own. The scripture refers to us as people robbed and spoiled. Snared in holes. But this is the way out. This is the way to joy. This is the way to everlasting life. You understand? This is your salvation. That's why the scripture says, well, though He gave you the bread of affliction and the water of adversity, yet shall not thy teacher be removed into a corner anymore. There is mercy. You know, while you're sorrowing, you have words of comfort. You know, words of hope. This is what it says. Go ahead.
It says, she remembered no more the anguish for joy that a man is born into the world.
Yeah, man. And when it says we leave this place, when it says the Lord sends his chariots, which you all call so-called UFOs, alright? Or flying objects, or thinking about other term for, you know, aerial, some aerial something, right? Get the acronym for it, so like, yeah. Alright, but these things are the chariots of the Most High. When the Lord comes with those chariots, when he brings the destruction of America, alright, we not gonna remember no more the anguish that we went through, especially when we go into the kingdom. You know? Because it's gonna be joy from evermore. Yeah, Jake saying you don't live with no fear. But the Most High gonna bring fear upon them. Till them we know talking about. You know, some men out there they say, hey, I don't fear nothing. I just live without fear. And that's the problem. You gotta live with fear, fear the Most High.
Right.
You understand? He will deal with you.
Can.
Go ahead.
This is James 4, or from 8. It says, draw nigh to Yahweh, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts. Be double-minded.
Be double-minded. Yeah, and the reason why I'm going to say cleanse and purify yourself, because incorruption is one of the greatest lies. And the scripture says that in Wisdom of Solomon. Alright? That's the only way you're getting close to the Lord. If you're pure, you're purified, you're washed by this word, you submerge yourself under the truth. You believe in Yahweh Ba'Hasham Yahushai.
That's right.
That's the only way you're going to be near to the Lord, because why? Our sins have separated between us and our God.
Can.
The Most High have purized them to behold iniquity. You know? So you have to do what the Most High way to do to him, for him to call you what friend. For him to hold you under in his arms. You know, for you to rest upon his breast. You have to do what he says. You have to be pure. Alright? Go ahead.
Reading on, it says, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning, and your joy to heaviness.
Yeah. Let your laughter be turned into mourning and your joy into heaviness. You know, you gotta weep right now. Is the time to weep. Now is not the time to go on a boat cruise every Sunday. You know, now is not the time to make mirth and study what curtains you're gonna put for Christmas and what gifts you're gonna buy the children. You know, or when your birthday coming, what kind of, how large your birthday bash going and be. Now is not the time for that. To have a time and a season for everything. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 say that. You know, so you Jake need to get in tune, get in time with what happening, get into reality. And the reality of things is you're not making it out here. This is not your place of rest.
That's
This
right.
is
That's
the
right.
place where your sins have sentence for your sins. You understand? For you to serve hardcore bondage.
That's right.
Alright? Where?
This is Acts 14 verse 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
Yeah, through much tribulation, you know, through much suffering, through much trials. So you have a testimony at the end. When you go through all this, alright, when you go through the torments of Esau, you know, the rigorous dealings, the treacherous dealings of these heathen nations, you have a testimony. I've been through a lot. You know how to judge also. You know, you know how to know, or you'll be aware of when somebody being afflicted and oppressed, because you was once in that state. You know the degree of that distress that person going through. Because Israel went through it all. That nothing easy the mighty do us. You understand? They did us the most perverse set of stuff. Scripture say what? Lest there be any profane person as Esau. Esau just sit down on his bed and meditate day and night. What am I going to do next to these people? What will cause them to do next? Some vaccines. You know?
except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall.
Right, so that Proverbs 10 and 15 one time. Right, they do mischief and die their game. You know, mischief is the so-called white man trade man. You know, he like nothing better.
Proverbs 10 verse 15 says, the rich man dwells in a strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty.
The destruction of the poor is their poverty. Alright, because what they built their kingdom of our blood, sweat, and tears. They need us to build up their empire. If we perish, alright, they're going to tend to poverty because they use us. We are their slaves. Check verse 24 and so about the shot. Jump to verse 24.
Verse 24 it says, the fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted.
Right, verse 25.
As the whirlwind passes, so is the wicked no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation.
Go up to verse 23. I want to be like the point. Sport.
It is as sport, a fool to the mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom.
Yeah, it's a sport or fool to the mischief. And that's what Esau is, a fool. Alright, scripture say, when the fool has said in his heart, there is no more. You know, and that's what Esau loves to do. You know, mischief. Seek ways just to torture your life. Micah 2. You know, and stand at verse 1. Go ahead.
This is Amos 1 verse 11. Thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
And what is that punishment? A punishment is 1,000 years of slavery and then annihilation. That is their sentence punishment. Alright? That is the punishment that they deserve. And the Most High not going to turn it away. It have no way. As the brothers was going to Edomite was weeping for his blessing, which is not his blessing, first to begin with. Alright? It have no way they could turn again, or they could cause the Most High to repent from that decision. Alright? They have to be punished. Go ahead.
Reading on, it says, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
He pursued his brother with his sword. You know, and the scripture say what? You're not supposed to hate your brother. You know? You're not supposed to do evil against your neighbor. So they break the brotherly covenant. The scripture saying what? Psalm 58 and verse 3, the wicked was estranged from the womb. You know? They're estranged from us. But they do us wrong. That's what they meditate to do us. To do us wrong, not to do us right. Not to build us up. They don't want to see nothing good for you, Jakes, out here. You know?
That's right.
Genesis 27:41 say what? Esau hated Jacob in his heart. Meaning he mean it. You know? And see, after his father's burial, he's gonna slay him. So these Edomites, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Murdochs, the Collins, the Lees, all of them, they out here, alright, to slay you all. You know, and they bring in that destruction, they bring in their cunning craftiness, you know, in a subtle way. And the serpent they are that old serpent that was in the garden. You know, so they will bring the destruction in the name of convenience. They will bring the destruction in the name of health. You understand? They will bring the destruction in the name of what? Church and godliness and religion. You know? Never trust your enemy. I scripture say.
If I may say that, judging from this movie Batman with Joker, when the fella would die after he played the role as Joker, what he said? He says some men don't have interest in money, some men don't have interest in nothing. All I want to see is the world burn. Now the reason why Esau lay hold on money is because he can't accomplish his wickedness if he don't have money. But if he could accomplish his wickedness without having money, Esau would have just kill everybody and do his wickedness. He just vexed. He lost his birthright as he was going into it, and he just vexed and he find everybody shot dead.
The scripture say the rod of their anger shall fail. And the rod of Esau's anger is going to fail. Because why? You're dealing with the Most High's wife. He said, I would not have moved against you with such jealousy if you have not always stayed my choice. Alright, the scripture say what Israel was holiness unto him. All they that devour him shall offend. So you're not fighting against us. You're fighting against the Most High Yahuwah Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
You know? to refrain from these men. That's what you should have done. Alright, you should have just leave Jacob with his birthright. Alright, his birthright, because it's not yours. Most I bluff you with it. What carnal man like you doing with a birthright? Alright? From the beginning, the scripture says what the children do neither good nor evil. But at the purpose of election, it was already predestined that Israel was supposed to receive the firstborn blessing.
That's right, that's right.
So they are. Alright, but they were known as the sons of God. Alright? Go ahead.
Alright, this is Lamentation 4 verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
Yeah, rejoice now. Right now is your time to shine. So lift it up. You know, do your thing, play your hand. You know, go all out. But go ahead.
The cup also shall be passed through unto thee.
The cup going and pass on to you, where you feel? The cup going, you feel the cup glued down in our hand? That cup is a trembling. It glue, you feel that stain in our hand? No. It going and fall. That cup is a passing cup. And it so happens that you and the heathen nation is going to be the last to hold on to it. You understand? Because brothers read in Jeremiah 49, their judgment was not to drink. We were not supposed to drink at our cup. But it passed to us. So hey, you gotta receive it. You know? You have to receive of that cup and you have to drink all the dregs of it. Go ahead.
We don't know what it says. The cup also shall be passed through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked.
Make yourself naked. You're going to be in a state of shame. You understand? You're going to be in a state of shame in the kingdom. You're going to be as nothing. You understand? You're going to be like the ground. People are going to walk all over you all. You understand? We're going to destroy you all. We're going to make you all see hell. You understand? We're going to bring hell to you all. You know? Because that's what you all had us going through. You all had us going through hell. Just do a history check. You know, do a background check on what these devils did to us in West Africa. You know, Ariel Mina Castle, all these different places. The torture that we Jakes went through under the hands of these devils. Scripture said the Most High required that this is past. Most High not, you don't have no amnesia or Alzheimer's. Most High remembering them things. The day of vengeance is in his hand.
That's right, that's right.
You know? Have a whole book, the book of Obadiah, concerning the destruction and death of Esau. You know, so you false prophet, you could come up and say what you want.
That's right.
Concerning the Edomites done dead and gone, or removed. Nah, that ain't happening yet. That will make Obadiah a liar. That will make all the prophets a liar. You understand?
And if I may say quickly, right now they're putting up a lot of videos, these Edomites and them, saying we apologize for what we do. You know, these kind of things now, but the Most High want to hear that. The people of Israel want to hear that. You understand?
We get to 2024.
To Revelation 18 and 6. It says, reward her as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her work. The cup which she had filled to her double.
Filled to her double. You understand? Filled to them double. Revelation 18, a beautiful chapter. Going into the destruction of Babylon. Going into the destruction of America. These Edomites' nest. Their hometown. Their Bozrah. Alright? The destruction of Babylon. Going to give unto them double. You know? Going to go into slavery. You know, because these elites, they're going to try to hide in them underground bunkers. As Isaiah chapter 2 verse 19 says. But what the elect going and go and get them, and they're going to be the first to serve in slavery. Right?
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 15. It says, that which had been is now, and that which is to be had already been.
Right.
And power require that which is past.
He required that which is past. You know, he required what happened to us in the 16th century to the 19th. Alright, he required them things. When our children was fed to alligators, when our men were buck-breaked, the Most High required them things. Understand? You feel these heathen nations go and get away for what it did to us? Not so with the Most High. Because why? We are precious unto him. We are his sons. Why I think the Most High didn't leave his people in Egypt for fail to destroy them? Because the Most High loved them. And I skipped that somebody get in Jeremiah 17. Jeremiah 16, Salakia. Jeremiah 16 and verse 14.
Let's look at Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 14. And it reads, Therefore behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, that it shall no more be said, The Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Yeah, so you're going to be, that done happen already. You know, you're about to do something new. You're about to do something great. So you're about to do something more extravagant. Go ahead.
Verse 15. But the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither ye have driven them.
When you have driven them, you're going to deliver them from all these different places. That the new great thing that the Most High about to do. He's going to gather his people. And scripture says in Isaiah 11 and verse 11, he's going to stretch forth his hand a second time to redeem the remnant of Israel. That's what the Lord about to do, because he's the one that scattered them. Alright? He's the one that sent them out. And so he's more than able to bring them back in.
That's right, that's right.
Somebody get the book of Tobit chapter 13 and verse 5. Alright? Don't think that the Most High does forget. The Most High, as scripture says in Psalms 126. Alright? Who has remembered us. And the thing with the Most High, he does always remember his people. Right? He does remember his elect. He's remember his son. And he does remember what? His words. He made a covenant with them. He made an agreement with them. He don't go back on that. You understand? So he remembered us in this lower state, and he's about to act upon it. He's about to do something about it. Do something grand. Do something in the sight of all these nations that is going to be remembered throughout all the ages.
That's right, that's right.
Go ahead.
Tobit 13 and 5, it says, And he will scourge us for our iniquity.
And that is what the Lord doing. He's scourging us for our iniquity. Beating us as a father would do to his son. Chastise them. You know, he that loveth his son maketh him off the filthy rod. You know? Go ahead.
Says, and will have mercy again, and will gather us out of all nations among whom he hath scattered us.
Yeah, you will have mercy again. You understand? Because he had mercy on us in the time of Egypt. You know, when he was in that land over there. You know, in Egypt when he sent Moses, that was mercy.
That's right, that's
you
right.
Know, through the mercies of the Most High, we are not what consumed. So he's going to show that mercy again, because as the scripture said, I'll just quote in it, Psalms 136, his mercy what enjoyed forever. You know, his mercy enjoyed forever. So the Lord is going to save his people. He's going to bring them from the land that they were scattered. We are a scattered people. So that is why when you hear the term Greeks or Gentiles coming back in, or being saved, or receiving adoption, it's referring to the nation of Israel that went astray, that went and learned the ways of the heathens, you know, that was away from their commonwealth. That is what we're talking about. You know, they became like unto the heathen nations, to being scattered amongst them. You know? Go ahead. That's something there? Done.
Yeah. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 17, and verse chapter 13. It says, And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Write this in a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses did.
And what the Lord about to do to Esau.
Done.
You know, he's about to destroy them. Wipe out their remembrance. You understand? Because they would be remembered.
That's right.
They were wicked. You know, they remember great people, they remember great men who did things of honor. And Esau has done nothing of such. You know, he allowed homosexuality, he allowed abortions, he allowed feminism. That man needs to be wiped away, that shit. And that way they do to you, just flush it. And you don't go and look for it after. That way when we release to the toilet, it is leaving there going away. You know? And that's what Esau is. Where?
It says, verse 15, it says, Moses built an altar called the name of it Yahweh. Right? It says,
Yahweh.
Jehovah Nissi.
Yahweh Nissi. I know Jehovah. I know Jehovah.
It says, verse 16, it says, for he said, because Yahweh had sworn that he, so like it says, for he said, because Yahweh had sworn that Yahweh will give war with Amalek from generation to generation.
Yeah, the most High sworn. You know? And when the Most High swear something, when he says something, you know for sure he keeping it up. Because he magnifies his word above his name. You understand? That way the Most High, that his word is more precious than his name. Well,
This is This is Job 20, verse 5. It says, the triumphing, and at verse 4 it says, knowing thou not this of old, since man was placed on the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
yeah, and who's the wicked? The wicked is the so-called wide race of people. We don't need to come out here and say that every week. You understand? Because you can see it. You understand? You don't have to come out here and show you who's the wicked righteous. So it's plain to see. It's plain to see that these Edomites is the wicked. Look at what they're doing in the earth. You understand? Look at the tortures they're causing on these different people, on nature, on the animals. They were hunting down an animal just to have it stick up on your home, on the wall, or to make a mat with it. These people are destroying the earth.
That's right.
Go ahead.
We don't know what it says. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
Like his own dung. Somebody get Psalms 92 verse 6.
Let me get this one, Baba Kashana. This is Isaiah chapter 14, I'll start from verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Reading on, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend unto the heaven. The precept I cannot read it. You know, I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh power. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Right? Verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Yeah, so that is what going to happen to them. Alright? The ones that controlling the media, you know, the kings, the so-called kings of the earth, you understand, they're going to come down low. The Most High is going to bring them down. And you can say, well, the lamb and the wicked shall be put out. Alright? And the true Luciferians is going to be exalted. The true Illuminati or the illuminated ones is going to be exalted.
That's right.
You understand? They're going to be where they're supposed to be, at the top of the food chain. You know? That's somewhere there?
One more verse. Verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? Because everybody just like to say, well, hey, look Lucifer, cast down from heaven. No, there is a man the scripture talking about. Right? Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did us shake kingdoms?
Yeah. But what will happen, Esau is his strength or his technology that he is creating today, you know, is going to be used against him. The nuclear missiles that he creating to execute vengeance and wrath, and to show that he's a big boy. You see the nations, these small nations, are considered as big nations, creating missiles also. You understand? So they're going to look at Esau. You see, man, ready and truly, you was that bully. Look how easy you come to north. You understand? The missiles that being created is going to be rained upon either my kingdom, America. They're going to be rained upon Babylon. And that's how easy it is for the Most High to bring down the crowd. Because they want to establish space stations, You understand? They want to establish their own images. You understand? They want to set up themselves to be the prophets of the Most High. The Most High going to shame them.
That's right, that's right.
You understand? Go ahead. This one happy up.
This is Psalm 92 and verse 6. A British man know it not, neither do a fool understand this.
That's right.
Psalm 73. 16. Go ahead. A British man do understand this. What do you understand?
It says, verse 7, when the wicked spring as the grass, and when the all workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever.
They will be destroyed forever. They flourish in the building because they say that. You're impoverished, but let me go and build. And that's what they started to do in the time of the Renaissance. You know, they use iconoclasm. You know, they built the Vatican Church. You know, they painted the ceiling with these white, naked, effeminate looking people.
One love, my brother. Say no more.
Alright, go ahead.
Verse 8, it says, but thou, Yahweh, are most high forevermore.
Most high forevermore. It have nothing higher than the Most High.
Never.
He is the high and lofty one. And what these devils trying to do is compare themselves to God or show themselves as God. But they actually the Most High, they actual God. They Satan no God. Atheism. You know, and put themselves as representation of the highest being, the most intellectual. And they call us 2/5 of a man. You know, 3/5 of a man, that's what they call us. You know, but really actually they were peace. Go and read Job 30. They were driven forth from among men. They were uncivilized, they were unhumane. Alright? So they shouldn't be proud. But the Most High make them that way. He build them up so he could bring them down, as he said to Pharaoh. Hey, for this very set purpose, I raised you up so I can show my power. You know? And that's what the Most High going to do with these devils.
That's it. Cast them out of the earth.
Psalm 73.
Cast them out of the earth. That we gonna.
Psalm chapter 73 verse 1.
I have a question for you just now. Yeah, go ahead.
It says truly. You go start from 1, right?
Nah, go Psalm 16.
Verse Psalm 73 and verse 16. It says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. But until I went into the sanctuary of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai and understood their end.
Until we came into this truth and this understanding, we realized, hey, these devils have an end. You understand? They have this hellhole that they have going on here, I think can continue
Time
forever.
is short.
The time is short. Job said that.
Time short.
Job 20 and verse 4.
Time short.
You understand? The champion of the wicked is short. Go ahead.
Verse 18 says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places.
He set them in slippery places. They're in problems. They get set up. They're going and falling in a slippery room. It has nothing to hold you up. Alright? They're going and fall. Exactly.
Can't stop that. You never stop that.
That's why scripture say what you saw Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
He was cast out, he was kicked out. You understand?
Where's you raising your father? Where's your nationality?
Me? I don't know where he is. You understand? Me support nobody. Me never baptized, me never christened.
Alright, when you come back next week I'll ask you because you ain't any questions.
I understand you, ask me.
What's your nationality? What's your nationality?
My nationality, I don't Trinidad.
How Trinidad came about? Well, how Trinidad came into existence? But Trinidad was called before it was Trinidad. They use a Trinidadian.
Right.
So you have to know these things.
Right. Well, they say Christopher Columbus discovered Trinidad.
They say, so you moving off what they say.
That's right.
Well, let me inform you. Your nationality, alright, the word nationality go back to the word race.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Your race.
So true.
And your race is dependent on who your father is or your lineage, your forefathers. Your nationality is not where you're born. Like you're born in the middle of the sea, in the Caribbean Ocean. Where you can call yourself?
Ocean God.
Ocean God. That's madness. That don't make no sense.
That was call yourself.
That don't make sense at all.
That don't make sense.
That is according. What they did was they based that they bring in their deception and they based that off of the just solely law. Just solely is a Latin term called right of the soil, where they deem if you're born in a specific land, they give you that, they prescribe that nationality to you.
Look at that number. Where's your father race?
My father is, he was a Hindu. My grandfather.
Hindu is not a race.
Sorry, mistake. Right, race.
You will make a lot of mistakes
Indian.
because you're drinking.
Indian. Yeah. A little intoxicated, but I can remember. You understand?
Your father mixed it.
No. Pure Indian.
Straight Indian.
Yeah.
Alright, but let me get straight to the point. Alright, the people that we come to preach to, alright, the people on this side here. Alright, these are the people we preaching to and the elect of them. So if you can't see yourself, if you can't,
West India.
West India. That's you? Or West?
West India. That's what they say.
Which part of India are you from?
Well, so my ancestors are from.
we eat
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not really different. After the
Native American Indian.
Native American.
If you lineage,
Blood running vein, right? And water running drain. That's it.
But this is not for you.
That's not for me. That's why I told you that this is not about everything. This is about everything. You understand? It's not about religion, race, or
Right,
anything.
and with that, we want to give our praises and our glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash.
Right, now we're going to see the apostles. Great minister that
Respect
Ruben.
my brother, love
Peace
still.
and blessings to you brothers out there that pushing this word in sincerity and going truth. Right? Until again, we want to say that let's get our kingdom. Right? Shalom.
Shalom.
What love